Dushan with Henry on him. Gives it to him for the game winner.
3-on-3 played in this fashion is incredibly exciting. Look at this terrific crowd. It's a very intimate setting. You're right up on the court. The games are short, highly competitive. I just think it's fantastic.
3x3 is amazing. You can't take your eyes off it, and if you do, you'll miss something big. From an entertainment value standpoint, it's as exciting as it gets. I don't think there's a sport out there that can match it.
3x3 is a great spectator sport. 40% of the games finish with 1 or 2 points difference, making this a very attractive competition for any kind of spectator.
Henry, he's going up top in the two-handed monster match. And then the swat. He hits that one to Rosie. Possession now to Caguas. Martinez likes the two, and that is your ball game. Welcome back to our 3-ball USA showcase. Is that a Serbian flag in the state? Yeah, you better believe. Look, Serbian fans travel to see this Novi side team when they hit the court. They are the #1 team in the world, and apparently they got some fans here in the Bay Area. Or maybe they came from Serbia. I don't know. I have to ask them. But they certainly got some support in the crowd as they lace them up against the leaping Labradors. And for a lot of you, man, I want to know about this former #1 player in the world, Dushan Bullet. I've heard a lot about him. I saw him on SportsCenter's Top 10 last week. There he is right there. And I've told you, do not let the looks fool you. It looks like he might work at a power plant or something. This dude is a different animal in 3x3. We're going to get a look at him up close and personal. Meantime, let's get a look at the format here and kind of get you more acclimated with our teams and with our game. Where our first 2 days of play is group play. Here's the teams in Pool A. We got 5 teams in each pool. Dunkin' Dobermans, Golden Gate Retrievers, Leaping Labradors, who we're about to see right now, Novi Sad, Serbia, as well as the Magnificent Mutts. And meantime, in Pool B, All-America, the Chompin' Chihuahuas, Hungry Huskies, New Yorkies, and the #1 team out of Asia, Cena China, who we'll see later on as well. But for right now, you know who's got center stage. That would be Team Serbia. Dushan Bullet, again, former #1 ranked player in the world. And I think the favorites coming into not only this game, but this tournament as well. I'll let you decide. Let's get Kevin's take on it. He's standing by on the sideline. What you thinking about this one, Kev?
I think this is going to be a very intriguing matchup because you have the #1 3-ball team in the world, 3x3 team in this Novi Sad Serbia team. They win competition after competition. Kyle, you talked about it in the open. And then they're going up against a bunch of 5-on-5 guys who are really successful at that level. You talk about Juan Toscano Anderson for this Leaping Labradors team. He's a member of the Mexican national team. He's played in World Cup qualifiers. Davion Berry, a guy who's averaged double digits in the G League with a team in Raptors 905 that went to the G League finals. How does their style translate against one of the best teams, the best team in 3x3, Kyle?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because, again, you know, Novi Sad is not going to blow you away with their athleticism, but you're talking about a team that has a grasp on the 3x3 game unlike any other team. If I had a team to equate them to, I would say they are like the San Antonio Spurs of 3x3. They let the ball do the work for them, and, you know, in some ways that could be an oddity when you look at 3x3. We'll get more into that here in a bit, but in the meantime, we're going to turn it over to my man Vince Chang, who's going to introduce both teams.
Starting off with #4, the My Evo Chef. Woo! Next one, #8, the Maestrovich, a.k.a. the Maestro. And you guys all know him, or not only the #1 3-ball player in the world, makes him off for Dushan, Mr. Bulletproof Bullet! And we got the challengers going for the belt. coming from the Leaping Labradors. Give it up for number 10, Juan Toscana Anderson. Also coming out, number 5, give it up for Langston Morris Walker. Coming out from Weber State, he's a Wildcat, makes some yards for Davion Berry. And the fella coming out, grabbing an amazing handle, number 21, Hamid Ali. Those are your 2 teams for the next game. Now we're going to have the towing calls, as usually we're doing right now. Let's see this game go through.
You look at this Leaping Labradors team, and listen, talent across the board when you look at this squad. These are 4 players representing the East Bay. I think Davion Berry is probably going to be the spoon that stirs their tea, so to speak. But you know, it started for the NBA G League, as Kevin said. The Raptors 905 last year. Love Langston Morris Walker's game, especially watching him when he played at Oregon State. But they'll get their introduction to 3x3 by playing the #1 team in the world, who, by the way, I should mention, are undermanned. You'll notice only 3 players for Novi side, as one of their players, Marco Savage, wasn't able to make the trip due to a visa issue. So Novi side a little bit handicapped, and Ami drops it like it's hot to start things off, 2-piece. They are rattled by Mr. Bulletproof and Company, as the Maestro, known as maybe the best shooter in 3x3, has also been the #1 player in the world and MVP of a couple of Masters, MVP of the 2017 World Cup as well, in that gold medal win. And Tomas Ivosev, a new addition to this Serbian squad, represented Hungary for a while. Meantime, it's Bullet. 2 up, 2 down, Mr. Bulletproof. Oh, nice drive. Score off the glass. Mwah. Sean, the dime, the Maestro. Fouled underneath. Listen, shout out my man Vince Chang. He's the MC here. He said the Maestro's gonna need both eyes for the day. Take a look at the last pull-up 2-piece. Put that in your back pocket. Hamid Ali, out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Meantime, it's the Maestro, Dejan Majstorovic. And it's 3 up. Hamid, pull up, D'd up. Maestro clears it quickly. Bullet trying to set things up, gets it over to the Maestro. He forces a pass down low, it's stolen. Ooh, little cross, but going nowhere. Eva said. Oh, look at the drive, and Langston with the hang time there. So Langston spent the early part of the summer with Portland's Summer League team. During his 4 years at Corvallis, he averaged 5 points, 2 rebounds per game. But he's got star potential. Evo said. Getting the scoop. Hamid Ali kicks it out. Uh-oh, we might have. I thought he might yam on it. Instead, the layup goes. Instead, it's 5-4 Labradors. So we're off to a pretty furious pace, I'd say. The first $1.45 in this one. Serbia trailing by 1. Once again, Kyle Montgomery in your ear from here in Milpitas, California, as we kick off this 3-Ball USA showcase. And I'd say the guys are putting on a show so far. The Maestro, he's got the scoop like your favorite reporter. Nice drive, good hang time there from Barry. Mr. Bulletproof, 2-3. 1 point game. This is group play. So this is not win or go home. We won't reach that scenario until Sunday. We get to the quarterfinals. Once again, in case you didn't know, in case you're just joining us, we're playing for 50 thou wow. Here in Milpitas, it's 50 G's to the winner of our 3-Ball USA Showcase with 10 of the best 3x3 teams in the world going toe-to-toe. Only 8 of those teams will make it to Sunday. Oh, whack, 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 whack. Nice moves underneath. The Labradors lead it by 2. So another look. And Mr. Bulletproof trying to get the interior feed. Barry whistle for the foul. Foul away from the ball. Called on the Labradors. I believe that's team foul number 4. They lead by 2. Oh, and then an offensive foul called on Mr. Bulletproof. He may be exempt from bullets, but he ain't exempt from being called for a foul. Little sidestep. Anderson fouled behind the arc. This is the guy that plays at a high level. Represents the Mexican national team 5-on-5. Pro-style body. Had a solid 4-year Big East career at Marquette. Knocks down the free throw. He's now playing with Soles de Mexicali in Mexico. Born in Castro Valley, California. Former Eagle. Misses off the front of the rim, but Serbia trailing by 3. It's 9-6. Davion Barry buries it. He was there. Nice rebound score underneath. So the top 4 teams from each pool, once again, will move on to Sunday's quarterfinal rounds. That leaves 1 team on the outside looking in each group. Play a couple of games here, the first 2 days of group play. 3 minutes into this one, and the Labradors, they came to play. It's a 4-point lead. Make that a 5-point lead. The diamond, the dunk. The maestro, string music. Knocks it down. Bullet not happy with the foul call. Another look. Rising up like the day just began. Barry representing Oakland. Here's Ahmed Ali. 12-9 off the front of the rim. And Dusan, he draws the foul behind the 2-point arc. So he's going to step up and shoot a couple of free throws here. That's the 15th foul on the Labradors. And Serbia with 5 team fouls as well. Mr. Bulletproof, 9 Masters MVPs. He's led Novi side to 2 Masters wins already here in 2018 on the FIBA 3x3 World Tour. Just coming off a win in Prague. How do I know? Because I was there. Barry beat up. I think that's going to be out of bounds, off of Serbia. So Labradors will have the rock, holding on to a 2-point advantage. That shot didn't get off in time. Shot clock violation. Only 12-second shot clocks. I'd remind you, got to get to it quick. Eva said the drive. Ooh, but good defense underneath by Barry. He got a hand on that. Here's Ali. Ooh, nowhere to go. Whistle for the travel. Six minutes left. Bullet checking it up, top of the key. This is sophisticated street ball. 3x3, you know how it goes down. Oh, good look. Mr. Bulletproof to Evo Sev. Now Evo Sev, oh, he's on the island. Barry working on him. That wiped off. Another look at the pass. Just lasered that thing down to Evo Sev. All-around game for Mr. Bulletproof. He's not just going to score on you. He can see the floor. Meantime, it's Davion Barry with the last score for the Labradors. And excuse me, I think I've been calling Barry number 5, which I don't currently have on my roster sheet. So we'll get that corrected for you. Again, my apologies. That's now 7 fouls on the Labradors. We'll call them the Labs for short. So 2 free throws now for Dejan Majstorovic. The Maestro looking to trim into that lead, and there's one. Look at the rules on fouls. Again, 7 puts you in a penalty. Serbia, by the way, have 6. 10 puts you in a double penalty, which means 2 shots and possession. That's even if the shot is made. So the Maestro evens things up at 13 apiece. Approaching the midway mark. 5:19 officially on the game clock as Serbia has climbed back in this thing. 13 up, and Mr. Bulletproof draws a foul on a 2-pointer. So he was going to be shooting 2 anyway because it's foul number 8 on the Labs. And this is some of that veteran savvy. This is the second time we've seen Mr. Bulletproof draw a foul behind the 2-point arc, and that's just being aware of the hand placement of the defender. And it kind of pulls a Chris Paul on you. He'll pull up, draw that contact, and give himself an opportunity to add to his team's score total at the free throw stripe. He knocks down the first. The second one is cash money. And Serbia now in front by 2. Barry. Fouled on the shot. That's the 7th foul on Serbia. So now 2 free throws will follow for Barry. All right, free throw. Good in the hood, G. And the second free throw, good as well. Tie game 15 all. Maestro, Ivasev. Man, that dude is a beast down low. Good defense, beats him to the baseline. Anderson staying with it, using that length, gets to the rim, lays it in. 16 apiece. Mr. Bulletproof getting the ball moving on the perimeter. Oh, Ivasev with the spin move. Man. Another look at the last bucket from Anderson. Just smooth. Gets to the cup with ease. And that length that he has makes him a tough, tough guard. Meantime, Ivasev, good at the stripe. Plays for Kaspolvari in the Hungarian Professional League. He averaged 19 points per game last year. And has played with Novi Sad 3 times. Even won a gold medal with him. Ivasev misses the second free throw as Serbia leads it by 1. And then Ivasev with a silly foul here. You know, he might be willing to just give up that layup instead of putting him on the stripe and racking up your 8th foul. So now a potential easy layup, which would have counted as 1, could cost Serbia 2. That's if Anderson can capitalize, and so far, no good. Juan Toscano Anderson. Second free throw. He knocks it down. So it's all even 17 apiece. 9 fouls. We got 4.5 minutes to play. The Labs have picked up 9 fouls, so there'll be a double penalty next defensive foul. Barry, pull up, misses it. Barry, oh, thought he was going to shoot it again. Ali kicks it. Barry from the logo, misses it. Ivasev, strong board. Mr. Bulletproof. Sizing up the D, gets it to Ivasev. Ivasev, a couple of jab steps, and then he air mails it. Bulletproof. Fouled on the shot. A push on Ali. And you talk about a bad foul. That's the 10th team foul on the Labs. And Ali, I mean, Dusan Bullet was behind the backboard with the shot clock winding down. No need to push in that situation, yet and still he does, and now 2 key free throws and possession, by the way, as it's the 10th team foul in the Labs, which puts him in a double penalty. So Bullet makes the first of 2, and Team Serbia will also get the rock with a chance to potentially win this thing with a 2-ball or extend their lead to 3 points. We'll have to see here. It's plenty of time left. This is not going to go the 10-minute limit. Bullet doubled up. Oh, behind the back, step back. The Maestro has it swatted away. And I'm not sure if they're out of time. Didn't get that one off. So Ali now, the quick cross. Hangs, misses at the rim though. Now Bullet slices through the D. Gets his stuff swatted by Anderson. Anderson now kicks it. Ali open like a double click. Can't connect. Now Ivasev, he gets it to that man. Mr. Bulletproof working on Anderson. Down to Ivasev. Mismatch. I think Shaq says barbecue chicken. And an easy bucket over the smaller Ali as Serbia moves within 1 point of getting the dub here. Another look. That's textbook positioning. And a beautiful spin move. Anderson. Cross. The two-handed yammy, but the game belongs to Serbia. So a nice little highlight for Anderson, but I bet he trade that in for a W as Novi Sad gets the win 21-18 in a test. Listen, props to the Labs, who, again, most of their guys, as we get to the highlights in this one, as most of their guys are getting their first taste of 3x3 against the #1 3x3 team in the world. Dusan Bullet and Company managed to get it done. 21-18 is the final. More 3x3 hoops coming up when we come back. Welcome back as the #1 team in the world. Start off on a good foot, 21-18. They win it. Kevin Dana standing by with Dusan Bullet, who gives me a wink as we get to the interview.
Dusan, you guys are down 12-7 early. It was tied at 17-17. What did it take to pull this one out down the stretch?
For sure, it's experience, but we need to adjust a little bit for referee criteria, also to get right what the opposite team is doing, because we never play against them, we never saw them. And it was a tough game, but in the end we stay concentrated, stay focused, and we win in the end.
You mentioned the experience there at the top. How big is that for you guys? You're the #1 3x3 team in the world, and you're going up against guys who are very good players but are new to this game.
Yeah, that is our leverage, and I think it doesn't matter how good you are individually. In the end, this is a team sport, so the good team is always better than a couple of good individuals.
It's your first time playing in America as a team. What's it been like so far?
It's great. It's great. It's always a pleasure to be here. I was a couple of times before, and play against some of the best players in America. So it's always a pleasure to come here and compete with the guys. I always tell everybody that USA is sleeping giant for this sport. And I hope this in the near future that more and more tournaments like this are going to happen.
Dusan, thanks for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle, back to you.
Much appreciation, and Dusan Bullet is absolutely right. It has been a sleeping giant here in the United States, but that is what 3-Ball USA is for. 3x3 no longer a sleeping giant over here as we get things started off with our first ever 3-Ball USA showcase. How you think it's going so far? I'd say so far so good. 3 games in the books. Let's show you how the last one went down with Novi side out of Serbia representing. And they had the crowd support, or at least a little corner of the crowd. Your former #1 player in the world, Dusan Bullet, all ready to go. But this is how the game started off. Ali giving them a 2-piece. I think apropos for the last name Ali. Meantime, Davion Berry found his way to the bucket a couple of times. And I'll tell you, early on, it was looking like the Labradors were about to maul Serbia. They didn't look rattled. They didn't look shook. They've heard all about the #1 ranking. And yet, the comeback started to come. I'd say around that 5-minute mark. And again, that's a key mark in the game as we see the two-handed monster mash. And Barry following that up with a tough score. But you saw Novi side start to settle into the game and chip away at the lead. They were trailing by, I believe, 4 points in this game before they made that rally to come back and win it by a final of 21-18. So they're in the winner circle here on day 1, group play. And it's just getting started, y'all, here in Milpitas, just outside the Great Mall. We got more basketball to come. 2 more games still on the slate and some local entertainment as well. So listen, you don't want to go too far. Trust me. Stick and stay. We got All-America, the #1 squad here in the US of A against the Chompa Chihuahuas coming up next.